And for context, let's bring in Ray Wang. He's the principal analyst, founder and chairman of Silicon Valley-based Constellation Research. It's great having you. First up, China pushed a resolution at the UN to promote AI governance. Do you see this as a bid to lead the global AI agenda?
It's one of the starting points, and I think it's important. This is similar to the plan that was countering the U.S. plan in July 2025. Beijing's call for support of multilateralism, I think, is the key part here, and really about leading that charge. They really want to bring the North-South divide together, and they want to avoid that, especially helping to aid developing countries as an extension of their digital Silk Road strategy.
And Ray, despite the U.S. rejecting international AI oversight, China is doubling down on multilateral norms. Who do you think will be the global tech sheriff?
Well, as with the Cold War, the AI war will require nations to choose sides to function in trade as well as diplomatic security and cultural norms. China seeks to set international standards and apply its controllable AI framework, which is very attractive, especially if you're an autocratic regime. Why their AI policies features tools for surveillance and alignment? Well, it actually aligns with people's state interests. This approach of centralized scarcity contrasts with the West's view of decentralized abundance, which values agency and autonomy of the individual's rights over the states. And so it's going to be interesting to see who gets to play sheriff, but it's going to come down to the tech standards, the chips, and the intelligence and technology that's being adopted by each country.
And Ray, in a showdown, right, between U.S. tech dominance and Chinese governance models, where does sovereignty fit in the AI debate?
Diego, that's the key question, right? The norms, the values, the location of data, privacy, rules around speech, and other parts of the AI stack are all part of that sovereignty conversation. Take the US view. It's a market-driven innovation, free market ideals approach, kind of like the internet, where China is defined by the tight state control and national security. The US focus, it's on its private tech giants, Western values of free speech and democracy. China wants state-driven development, open source to counter US IP, fair participation, and of course, information control. So countries caught in this crossfire will push for their own AI sovereignty to avoid picking a side. They're going to want regulatory sovereignty, investment-based sovereignty, like Saudi Arabia and UAE, or functional sovereignty, like how India controls data sets and citizen services. This is going to be a key conversation, at least for the next 10 years.
So Ray, if I understand correctly, what you're trying to say is that we will end up with dozens and dozens of standards and ways of implementing an AI, right?
It's going to have to be that way. It's part of humanity, right? There's not one set of ethics that we can use around the world. We can come to 80% close, 90% close, but the regionality reflects the diversity of humanity, the diversity of thought, different ethics, morals, values, and it's going to be an important piece. But there's going to be a fight for standards because it's going to be governed by the technology you use.
Let's think about the idea that China could set rules for AI globally, right? That this initiative is successful. How would that affect U.S. innovation, data control, and digital power projection?
Well, this is the challenge, right? We're now moving away from kinetic war to AI wars. And what this means is that the policies that are adopted by each country or by countries caught in the crossfire will determine how we trade in commerce, how we share information, what type of data and insights are allowed, what type of expression in terms of humanity, what our human rights will look like. And I think this is really what that next war is going to be. So we are going to continue to see, as I said earlier, a fight for standards.
Thank you, Ray Wang. Great having you.
Hey, thanks a lot.